Hi there and welcome to episode 9 of the H-Bomb and J-Rock unboxing show. I'm Henry H-Bomb Higgins, and absent again this week is J-Rock, my son Josh, as he's away to the Green Gathering in South Wales with some friends, so he's away all weekend. He obviously missed last week's show because he had a large family party on his mother's side, so he's missing this week as well. 10-year-old with a social life. And next week we're actually going to visit my mum in Airdrie, just outside Glasgow in central Scotland. So we'll be going for a week as well. But before then, as I mentioned last week, we're going to have another not unboxing show as we take a look at the Harley Quinns in the collection, both figures and pictures along the way. And then afterwards, including some pictures of this, as is the standard with the channel, there will also be some shots of Harley Quinns from various places that are on the wish list, which is either the yes, I can afford it and I will get them wish list, or ain't no way in hell unless there's money no object wish list. But it's a wish list none the same. So, when we take a look, what can we have a look at first? And I think we should have a look at this one, which is a Vinyl Vixen, which I got from Amazon for £15. If you have a look online, you can get them for various prices. She is a little beauty. It's obviously done in a cartoon style, as you can see there. Exaggerated features, the good night on the baseball bat. It's not posable in the slightest, but it's not designed to be. It's just designed to be a cute little figure, and she was one that I wanted for the longest time as soon as I knew it was coming out. There are other Harley Quinns in the Vinyl Vixens, which I will be hoping to get from various incarnations, including the original Jester outfit, Bombshell Harley, some unique Harleys. But this one is just a little cutie one, and it's one I really like. With regards to that, down here we have two of the 5-inch bendable figures, they're called, because they can be bent. There's no joints, they simply can be positioned and bent in various ways. Not as much flexibility as you would believe, but as you can see here, I can pose. This is Arkham Knight Harley Quinn with the baseball bat, and you can pose her arm with the gun in a number of different ways. Same with the baseball bat, you can pick the hand up, put the hand down, you can bend the knees. It's a for it being a 5-inch figure, it's actually very detailed in regards to how it looks in comparison to what the original version in the game looked like. They're not the easiest to stand, so you either have to stick them down with maybe some discreet blue tack on the feet, or just have them leaning like this against something. Along the same lines, there's also this one, which is Harley in her original Jester outfit. She's been added to just a little bit customized with a ring around her waist as acting as a belt. And again, they can be posed in a number of different ways. This one is a lot slimmer in physique than the Arkham game version, as you can see here. But that's the beauty of Harley Quinn. There's so many different versions of her, and obviously with the Suicide Squad movie that came out, there was a lot of hype with Margot Robbie's version, and at the moment, if you go to Comic-Cons, there are hundreds, if not more, of people dressed up as Harley, maybe some doing their own spin on it, and That's fine. Some people get upset that, oh, everybody's doing Harley. But to them, to the people dressing up, it's what they want to do. So why should they not do it if someone else is doing it? Even if so, oh, they don't look good. Not everyone can afford. As I was saying, not everyone can afford to dress up in top of the range, oh my god, I thought she walked off the movie set costumes. That's the beauty of cosplay. There's no right or wrong. There's just what you did. And people appreciate it. So for those who are maybe thinking of being put off by doing some Harley Quinn stuff because of that, don't be. Do what you wish to do. And this one is just, it's a beautiful version of what she looked like in the original animated series. Moving on from there, we have this one, which is the Q-Fig figure we opened a couple of episodes ago. Again, it's the original Jester outfit from the animated series. And as you can see there, some subtle differences, but the general gist is the same, which again is the beauty of Harley Quinn. Even when it's the same version of Harley Quinn, then you end up with different versions contained within that. This one comes with a little hyena, as we discussed on the previous one, and an oversized mallet, which is Harley's weapon of choice. And opened very recently as well is the heavy metal Harley. This is the Suicide Squad version, so that's 2 Suicide Squad Harleys. And again, over exaggerated features, extra long hair, baseball bat, bare legs on this one, because it's not meant to be detailed, it's just a cute little figure. And with this one, again, oversized features, including like massive eyes, so it's very much a cartoon version. The hair is pliable a little bit around there, and this one was purchased from Amazon, which is where the majority of my figures have come from. That or just by chance being in Home Bargains or B&M, because they, as I've mentioned in previous videos, they rotate their stock and you can get some fantastic bargains there. The Q-Fig, that came from Home Bargains. No, sorry, that came from B&M, and it was relatively cheap. I think it was only £5. This one is another Suicide Squad Harley, and this one is the 6-inch figure from the Build-A-Croc that we did, including the diorama behind me. Again, it's another figure with, say, general articulation, hips, knees, ankles. Again, she's in her Suicide Squad Daddy's Little Monster t-shirt, and it's another version again of the Suicide Squad iteration, which goes with the die-cast figure, Metals die-cast, and the Vinyl Vixens. This is the third of 4 Suicide Squad Harleys that are in the collection. She can go there. Moving on again, there's this one which we opened in one of the earlier episodes, which is the Bombshell Harley. The Bombshells are DC women reimagined in World War II era. So Harley here's got like a pilot's jacket on. Again, she's got her hair and pigtails. The makeup is subtly different. It's much paler, just in the face. Comes with a novelty gun. Again, details include articulation in the normal places. There's a Joker playing card there, if you can make that out. She wears rougher boots than the standard boots you expected to wear from the Suicide Squad, which are more heels. And this is another wonderful version of Harley Quinn. have seen a few people cosplay as this one, which is always a nice little touch. As you can see, she's got Joker on the back of her flying jacket there as well. This is another wonderful figure. Detailed for the size. It says it's only a 6-inch figure, but it's incredibly detailed. And it comes with a little display, which is always nice. We also have some pictures, and this is one where it's actually a decal from eBay. So it's actually designed to be like a sticker on a car. But I figured what I could do, and that's with these two as well, was you could get them in a frame. And that's what we've done. So we have standard original Jester costume Harley Quinn decals, and you've just taken the decals away, and as you can see there, it fits beautifully in the frame. So Harley Quinn just works magnificently well being framed as such, and these are just little ideas that I had and implemented, which I'm very happy with. There's also pictures on the walls, which there will be, well, you can see one on the top, on the top right hand corner. There's Harley Quinn on the, which would be your right, Harley Quinn on the far left, along with Poison Ivy and Catwoman as well. And there's another Harley Quinn up, which you can't see from here, but there will be images of that at the end. There's going to be quite a run of images as we go. And the last figure is this one. Now, I got this from eBay. It's a statue rather than a figure, so there is no articulation at all. Got it imported from China. It was only £60. It is, not going to lie, it is inferior to the NECA, larger ones, and obviously Hot Toys, Sideshow Collectables. But again, you're getting what you pay for. As a display piece, it looks great. The clothing on, well, the tights, stockings, are fabric. However, the coat is moulded plastic. Her hair is slotted in, it comes separate in the box. One of the big issues with this was the stand, for there are no instructions with how to build the stand. So that was a lot of trial and error and viewing some YouTube videos to get that out the way. She doesn't stay on the stand very well. Again, it's a trial and error thing, and what actually happens is the way her leg sits, and I don't know how well you can see that, and she's very prone to falling over. Her right leg has to actually come off the platform. So her left leg stays on the platform, the right leg goes on, in this case, the table, whatever surface you've placed it on, and she will balance. Physically, it is very detailed with tattoos, vague resemblance to Margot Robbie, and the baseball bat. The bracelets do come off, and for the price that was paid for it, it is a good figure. Ideally, I am going to be looking at getting one of the Hot Toys versions, the £250, so $250 ones. What I need to look at there is how much it will cost for shipping. Because if you are collecting from overseas, especially from Hot Toys, and depending on your budget and your budget restraints, if you can go for Hot Toys, I would recommend it. Just because of the quality that they have. It is a whole get what you pay for situation. NECA, and I've used this before and I hate using the term budget, but NECA, their top of the range ones are like a budget Hot Toys. They're very close, unless you're really nitpicky with your details, and they're a good deal cheaper. but if, as I used the term earlier, money is no object, then you would go for Hot Toys every time, just because they are fantastic pieces. Now that is the most expensive of the Harley Quinns that we have, and that basically covers the Harley Quinns in the collection. So thank you very much for watching this episode. We will have something for you next week, and then the week after that J-Rock will be back and we have another Z-Box to open. Now, I don't know what is in the Z-Box, obviously that's the point. The only thing I know is the theme is teamwork, so that lends me to believe that it's possibly, could be the Avengers, could be Justice League, X-Men. They're the main teams, obviously, that come to mind in the comic book realm, but obviously there's loads of other teams, Teen Titans, going all the way down. There's loads of teams, the Defenders even, could be something about that, because the Defenders TV show is about to start in a couple of weeks. So that is the culmination of Daredevil, season 1 and 2, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, the Punisher showing up in there, spoilers if you haven't seen it, apologies for that. And word is the Punisher has his new series which coming up soon on his own, and the trailer for the Defenders aired, and there was a little hint that the Punisher is going to be in that as well. There could also be Moon Knight, which people are getting excited about just because he's in that street level realm that they're doing. It's almost like they have the MCU, which is obviously the Marvel Cinematic Films. There's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is the link from the cinema films to the TV. And then there's the Street Universe, which is the Netflix stuff. But they're all connected, and it's going to be interesting if they ever manage to get everyone in one thing. Infinity War's coming up as well. There was a trailer leaked from the Comic-Con about that and D23. And I've went on a hell of a tangent from what we were discussing, so apologies for that. Thank you very much for sticking with the channel. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, share if you haven't shared, get as many people watching the channel as possible. It's always appreciated, and enjoy the pictures that you're going to see coming up of the various figures and pictures, images that I've shown you just now. There will be shots of the pictures on the walls here, the one above you can't see and the one downstairs, and some shots of the figures that I'm hoping to add to the collection, or just pipe dreaming that I can add them to the collection. So thank you very much for watching. This has been episode 9 of the H-Bomb and J-Rock show. Have a great end of the summer, because we are coming close to that, and peace out.